Just checking the depth of this wall, because this one bedroom rental has a lot of challenges. I mean, it's beautiful, I love it. It has high baseboards, 9.5-foot ceilings, lovely moldings around the window, and this amazing, great entrance. However, this entrance is quite large for a space this size that needs to accommodate both living and dining. Now, the other problem we have are these floors. These floors are very red, so we're gonna have to find a way to tame that a little bit. We also have to think about the placement of furniture. Every wall has something going on it. We have the radiator in the corner over here. We have difference in elevation on these two walls. We have this great entrance. We have a window in this corner. Now this wall I like. I am really pleased with this space. It's a perfect mix of masculine and feminine with the dark brown and the pale blues. Anyone would feel special staying in this space. Now I've placed the furniture in such a way to create zones. So I have the living area, the dining, and the entry nook. Now I've placed this here because the hallway is really narrow and there's really no place to put your keys or your mail. Now when you're looking at an entryway, I always add 4 things. Some sort of large scale mirror to check your makeup or to look at yourself before you leave. This one is grand and it really creates presence. I add some sort of solid surface. I also add decor items to add some sort of personality, and then some sort of seating. Notice the change in color. Just by painting the walls this pale blue, I was really able to delineate this space as the dining area. Now I'm a sucker for large art. I found this piece on Kijiji for 20 bucks. If you love something, just pick it up. Don't worry about it being new. I've pushed the table close to the wall to maximize space, and I've also chose these chairs because they're pretty small scale. They work perfectly with the dining area, but they also work great for pulling in extra seating in the living area. This living room is really tiny, so everything that I've done in here has really been tailored around that. I picked a super skinny sofa that fits perfectly in this nook. Flanking the sofa, I have 2 side tables that don't quite match and aren't quite side tables. They're actually stools, but I chose them because they fit perfectly. I love adding upholstered pieces, so I chose this chair because of its scale and because of its color. It matches perfectly with the wall and the carpet. I couldn't find a coffee table that was slim enough, so I decided to make one. I found this rattan chest, which is perfect for storage, and I layered it with this side table just to create a little depth. Here in the bedroom, we have a lot of space. In fact, it's actually bigger than the living room. Again, we have lovely deep baseboards, we have crown molding that wraps around the room, and an added bonus, we even have built-ins. Now, the only question is where to put the bed. Do we put it on this wall and have a lovely view out the window in the morning? Or do we consider this wall over here? It's large and expansive, we can put our headboard over here, lay back, relax, and watch our flat screen over there. So we opted for this view, which makes this our feature wall. Now this sleeping area is all about the layers. I started with this really dark gray, which means that everything on top of it pops. I've layered on top of it this really great art piece, which works really nice with the light because it creates almost like this shimmering effect. I love shopping for pillows at HomeSense because they have this huge variety, and I went a little bit crazy. So I started with these blue pillows, which pop really great off of this wall, 2 sleeping pillows, and if that wasn't enough, I added these 3 decorative pillows, layered that with the duvet, and not 1 but 2 throws, a blue one that works with the blue that's sprinkled throughout the room, and this really natural throw that I've layered on top that works really great with this bench at the end. Now I'm not a fan of symmetry, so I have a little something different going on either side of the bed. On this side I have a pretty substantial lamp, and on the other side I have a smaller lamp, some decor, and some art. Now the way that I tie these 2 in is through height. The height in which I've hung the art is about the same height as the lamp. On this side of the room, these large-scale shelves create the perfect space for a reading nook. I've added this really big comfy chair, which is perfect for curling up and reading, but it's also great for watching TV. Now, the height in which I've placed the television creates an intimate effect, which is also viewable from the bed. Now, don't get overwhelmed with decorating all these shelves. My designer tip, pick 1 item in varying heights, in multiples, and sprinkle it throughout the shelves. I've picked a vase, and I've paired that with some books and some frames. Every master bedroom needs a dressing area. This is a really casual dressing area. I'm emphasizing the height of the ceilings by adding this really tall, skinny mirror, layering it with some art, and pairing it with this really sexy ghost chair that you can drape your clothes over or lay it out the night before. I love this bathroom. It's bright, it's neutral, and it's a blank canvas. Now they've done a lot of things right with this rental. To start, just a hint of character with this beadboard on the walls. And I love that the vanity is elevated. It gives this illusion of space. And this solid surface counter and sink, easy to clean. Now in the tub surround, large scale tiles with just a hint of gray. It's so fresh and clean, literally I can do whatever I want. Outfitting this bathroom was really fun because all it needed was a little accessorizing and a little color. I painted chair rail down this great midnight blue just to ground the room, and then chair rail up, left it white just to keep this airy feeling. I added this really oversized rug with this dramatic print, and then pulled the color up with this really bold shower curtain. I took advantage of all this counter space by adding some greenery and some canisters for your product, and left the towels directly on the surface. And just to add some visual relief from all the white walls, some really great art.